Man, why in the middle of us getting it on, my homie just stopped working. Like he just gave out on me. I'm like, man, what's going on? Like that had never happened to me before, man. Like he literally went from boing to like I'm like, whoa, like bro, what's up? What's up, fellas? So I have a very, very loyal subscriber to the channel. Leave me a comment and say, what's good, my brother Shaquille Shalom. Love your content. Love everything that you be talking about, man. You got some valid points, etc., etc. So our brother tells me that he's been on semen retention for a while now. I can't remember exactly how long, but he told me that he also is struggling with pornography. He says that he's been on semen retention, but for some reason he cannot stop watching corn. Let's talk about it. Since our brother is such a loyal subscriber to the channel, and he's one of the guys that's been supporting me since I've been back on YouTube the past month and a half or 2 months or so, I thought I'd make this guy a video, and hopefully it helps this young brother, man, to slow down or hopefully stop completely watching pornography, because man, it's destroying him, and it's gonna destroy you guys, man, just like it destroyed me. And I had to pick up the pieces and pretty much get my life back in order, because corn literally destroyed my life in every aspect you could think of. So what I did, fellas, was I came up with a list of 5 side effects of excessive watching pornography excessively. So this video is dedicated to that young brother that was in my comment section, and it's also dedicated to any of you other guys, whether you're young or old, that struggles with pornography while you're on this journey of semen retention, or even if you just struggle with corn, period, man. It don't even matter. Like, this is for anybody that struggles with pornography, and you guys know what I mean by that. Replace the C with a P. So let's get started with number 1. The first side effect that I noticed I had when I used to watch corn excessively is I had erectile dysfunction. Now, this is a very, very true story. I would not lie. I would not make this up for nobody. I was dealing with this girl. This was about maybe, what's this, 2024? I was dealing with this girl about 5 years ago, right? This was 2019, right before the pandemic happened. I was dealing with this girl. Me and her were messing around. I would go over to her apartment, spend the night. You know what I'm saying? We drink, smoke, smash, all that stuff I used to do. So one night, I'm at the girl's house, and she decides that she wants to go out with a couple of her friends, right? So I said, okay, cool. You know, you go. It was like a Friday night, I believe. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna stay here. You know, they was going out to a club, so I'm thinking, okay, when they come back, she gonna be good and drunk and feeling good, and you know, she gonna be ready for some, and I'm gonna be right there in that bed waiting on her. So I'm like, okay, sweetheart, going out with your friends. I'll be right here waiting on you to get back. So she goes out with her friends, right? They leave at maybe like 10 o'clock at night or something. So her and her friends come back at about 3:30 in the morning, right? So the chick comes in the room and wakes me up and tells me, hey, come in the living room. I got a surprise for you, right? So what do? I get up out the bed. I go run to the bathroom, brush my teeth real quick because I just woke up. So I go in the living room, right? This chick has her friends, 2 other chicks, right, on the couch. She had 2 couches in her living room. True story. Her 2 friends were on the couch doing a 69 to each other. 2 girls. 2 girls were doing a 69 on the couch, right? And mind you, one of the girls was half naked, bro. So I walk in the living room and I see them doing that. And mind you, they were her friends, but I didn't know them. I just had met them in passing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know them. I didn't even really know the girl like that. I probably had only been messing with her for like a month. So the two girls are on the couch 69 and right? One of them half naked. So the chick that I was messing with at the time had looked at me and she was like, so you either gonna smash both of them right now or you gonna smash me? And I'm just thinking, bro, like I'm thinking like it's a game. Like, I don't understand what you mean smash them or smash you. Like, I don't get it. So basically, long story short, I basically had told that girl, and I know a lot of you guys wouldn't have did this, man. I don't even know why I did it, but I'm like, nah, I'm good on that. I don't want to mess around with them. I don't even know them. Like, them your friends. And, you know, I was feeling that girl. I wasn't finna smash her friends in her face, even though I know a lot of you guys, a lot of you dogs would have did it, but I didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, I'm good on that. I'm good. So basically, why her friend, they was doing the 69, why one of her friends got up off the couch and started, bro, gave me fellatio. Her friend just randomly started doing that to me, bro. I didn't ask her to do it or nothing. She just started doing it. Bro, if I'm lying, I'm dying, man. I could not get it up. I could not get it up. Mind you, I'm in a room full of women. One of them half naked. Two of them 69 in each other. And then the other chick, my chick that I was messing with, was sitting on the other couch in lingerie, just watching them and talking to me at the same time. And man, I couldn't even get it up, man. I couldn't get it up. And for years, I thought it was because I was maybe too excited. But you know where that came from? Why I couldn't get it up? I couldn't get it up because around that time, I was excessively watching porn. So imagine being in a room full of women and you can't even get it up. And you got one of them going down on you and you still can't get it up. You know how embarrassed I was? To this day, I never told nobody that story because I was too ashamed to tell anybody. But I'm telling you guys right now, bro. That's how you know I'm not lying. I wouldn't even embarrass myself and make nothing up like that. That is a true story. I could not get it up. In a room full of women, and one of them was going down on me, and one of them I was already sleeping with. I couldn't even get it up, bro. I couldn't even get it up. You know why? Because I was watching porn every single day. I was watching too much porn, and my mind was wired to just getting up and getting off to people on the screen that I don't even know. But then when I got the real thing sitting right here in my face, I can't even get aroused and get an erection. You know how embarrassing that was, man? And you guessed it. Soon after that incident with those girls, and they saw that I couldn't get it up because all of them was trying to smash me, and I was just so embarrassed that I couldn't get it up, I just ended up going back in the room and I just went back to sleep. Whatever they did after I left the living room, I don't know. But I went back in the room because I was too embarrassed and I just went to sleep, man. And basically, man, you can imagine me and that girl stopped talking probably days after that incident because I was embarrassed. And I'm pretty sure, even though it was her, it was me instead of her, I'm pretty sure about her friends knowing that I was smashing her probably started laughing at her and were talking about her like, girl, you messing with this guy who can't even get his thing up. Like, so you can imagine, like, we stopped talking shortly after that. So, true story, you will have severe erectile dysfunction if you watch porn excessively. So keep that in mind. Number 2, social anxiety. You guys would notice that when you're around women, take the example for that I just said, you know what I'm saying, with the 3 chicks. Now I'm watching porn every day, every night, excessively. I'm getting myself off to these women that I don't even know. I'm looking at them on my phone screen. And then when I got the real thing in front of me, I freeze up. I can't get aroused. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of the same thing with social anxiety. Like, when you're around women in your everyday real life, bro, you're not even going to know how to talk to women, bro. You're going to be too ashamed to even speak to women. And not even just women, bro. It's like that kind of with guys, too. It's just like, there's something about watching that stuff it makes you socially awkward. I don't know if anybody ever noticed that, man, but it's just something about it, bro. Like that just makes you awkward around people, bro. It's like it's just like I can't even put my finger on it why you feel that way, but it's just something about knowing that every single day, every single night, I'm watching strangers that I don't even know fornicate with each other, and I'm sitting there reaching in my pants, getting myself off to it, and then it's just like going around people, other men and women, and it just make me feel weird. Like it make me in the back of my mind think like, am I the only weirdo who do that? You know what I'm saying? Like it just make it hard for me to have like conversations with people and come off like a confident man, knowing that behind closed doors I'm playing with myself every day. Like it's embarrassing, man. Like it just make you not feel like a real man. You know what I'm saying? It makes it hard for you to really confidently talk to a woman for real, bro. Because it's just like I don't even know how to approach a woman for real, bro. Like when I see a real live woman instead of a woman that's on my phone screen getting ramrodded by 2-3 different guys, it's like I don't even know how to talk to her like a human being, bro. And it just makes me socially awkward. I don't know why it happens like that, but it's like a part of our brain that like shuts off and make it almost impossible to have a normal conversation and just socialize with other people, bro. Whether it's at work or grocery store, family functions, the gym, like it's just hard to really converse with people, bro, knowing that you do that nasty, dirty, secretive thing every single day, man. It's something about it, man, that just makes it awkward and makes it difficult to hold a conversation with a person, man. Knowing that I do that stuff behind closed doors, like it's just weird, man. But you're gonna notice that you have severe social anxiety when you watch porn excessively and you masturbate excessively, man. It's just gonna deplete you of any type of human interaction skills, man. It's gonna deplete you of any type of just social skills, bro. And that's just the truth. That's just what it is. I'm sure a lot of you guys experience that as well. So let's get into number 3. Wasted time. You guys have no idea how much time that I wasted watching corn. And what I mean by that is we all wasted time watching corn. But I remember, for example, I had a job. It was around the same time that I was messing with that chick at the beginning of this video. When I said the chick and her 2 friends, it was around that same time that I was dealing with that chick. I was working at this job called Chicago Magnesium. And what we did there was make airplane parts, right? So I remember that job started at like 5 in the morning. Like I used to have to, and at the time I was living in Indiana. And I remember at the time I used to have to wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning just to get to work on time, bro, because the job wasn't in Chicago. It was like in a suburban area of Chicago called Blue Island. And if you guys are familiar with the Chicago area, like the south suburbs of Chicago, you know, you familiar with Blue Island. So I was living in Indiana at the time, and my job was called Chicago Magnesium, but it was in like the suburbs of Illinois. It wasn't actually in Chicago. So I remember I had to be at work at 5 in the morning. That's what time my shift started. And from where I stayed in Indiana to that job, it was probably like a good 25-minute drive or something like that. So, man, I remember one morning I woke up on time, right? I'm thinking like I got enough time to watch me some corn real quick, got enough time to reach down there and play with myself and get myself off. And so I started watching the corn, man. Next thing I know, bro, like 35 minutes then went by, bro, because I'm sitting there watching these videos and I'm playing with myself, but it's like I can't quite find that right scene where I want to like get off at. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, that corn stuff, man, it gets sickening after a while, man. You start noticing that you only get off to like certain things, man. Like that stuff really ruins your brain, man. It really does, man. Like I'm laying in the bed, man. And this was a job where I was late so many times to that job. They went by a point system. If you got 10 points, you was fired. And this was at a time, I think I had like 8 points. So imagine I was like 2 points away from losing my job. And I'm still sitting here just messing around, playing with myself, not giving no care about my job, my livelihood, my bills, my daughter, none of that. All I want to do is sit here and play with myself instead of getting my butt up, getting ready for work and taking care of my business. I'm sitting here playing with myself. You know, just crazy stuff like that, man. And like corn will really like destroy your life. And I'm gonna make another video on that. But getting back to this, you will waste so much time, man. Like, you will look up, bro, and it'll be like a whole hour being went past, man. And you just sitting there flipping from video to video and just playing with yourself, and this video ain't good enough, let me go to another video, and just playing with yourself and just playing with yourself, man. And you look up, man, half the morning be gone, man. Like, man, I really been laying in my bed playing with myself the last hour, the last 2 hours, man. It's crazy, bro. And you can imagine, I was late to work that day, and guess what? I was down to my last point before I lost my job, and shortly after that, guess what? I lost my job. Funny how that works, right? So, number 4, performance anxiety. Now, what I mean by that is, it's kind of the same thing as the first, is number 1 with erectile dysfunction. Yes, you will have performance anxiety. Another example, when I'm first, I ain't even gonna put it out there like that. I was messing with this chick, right, back in 2021. So, we sitting there sneaky linking all around town and everything, and we'll go get little random hotel rooms. We'll grab us a bottle of Patron, get us a little something to smoke, sit in the car, smoke, drink, go to a little cheap little hotel or motel for about an hour, and we do our thing, right? So one day we go to a motel, man, and it's crazy because like some years prior, probably 10 years prior to this, I had took another chick to that same motel. So I thought it was real funny, bro, that I ended up taking a new chick to that same motel. I just thought that was real funny. So basically, me and this chick, man, we get us a room, we go in the motel, right? So, we both in the room doing our thing, naked, getting it on. So, man, why in the middle of us getting it on, my homie just stopped working. Like, he just gave out on me. I'm like, man, what's going on? Like, that had never happened to me before, man. Like, he literally went from boing to like, I'm like, whoa, like, bro, what's up? Like, I don't know why that happened, bro. Like, I know why it happened, but it just never happened to me like that before in my life. Man, you know how many women I've been with, how many women I slept with, and that never happened to me in my life? Man, you know how embarrassed I was? I said, hold on a minute. I had to run to the bathroom, like, and play it off. Like, I had to go to the bathroom. I was literally in there for like 15 minutes. Like, I had to, like, I had my phone in there with me, and I had to cut, guess what? I had to cut corn on my phone and look at a scene to get him back up for me to go back out there to the room with a real live woman and get back on the bed and finish what we had started. Do you know how embarrassing that was? That was like the most embarrassed, other than when I was with those chicks in the living room and they was, and I couldn't get it up. This situation is like the most embarrassed I ever was, bro. Like, she knocking on the door, talking, hey, you all right in there, man? You know how embarrassed that was? And I was doing my thing. I'm talking about in there clapping them cheeks, boy. I know whoever was in the next room over heard that. Like, damn, he over there. He putting it on that girl. You know what I'm saying? He over there clapping them cheeks, boy. You know what I'm saying? So then my Johnson, man, he just went flaccid on me, bro. He just went from this to this, and I was embarrassed. So with that being said, let's move on to number 5. You will have a distorted idea of what sex really is. What do I mean by that? I'm gonna use my ex-girlfriend for an example. The last chick that I was with, man, when we first got our apartment together in 2022, right? So we were still in our honeymoon phase, and get our first apartment together. And I remember one day, now mind you, I'm still watching Corn every day and night and everything. So she's not knowing that at the time, because we didn't live together until now. So a lot of stuff she's not knowing. You know what I mean? So you can hide a lot of stuff when you don't live with a person, but once you live with a person, oh no, you can't hide nothing. So basically, we was getting it in one night, And I'm gonna try not to be explicit when I explain this, but I remember we was getting it in. I took my Johnson out of her front door and I put it in her back door. Follow me. I took my Johnson out of the front door and I put it in her back door, right? So I was in the back door for about 5 minutes, I was in the back door. So when I got tired of being in the back door, I took Mr. Johnson out of the back door and put him back in the front door, right? Man, when I tell you, this chick got so mad when I did that, bro. And we finished, what we were doing. We finished the intercourse. But after we was done, man, I never heard the end of that, man. She was like, what were you thinking to do something like that? Do you know how nasty that is? To take your out of my rear end and then put it back in my front end. Like, do you know how many germs is in the rear end and particles and all of that? And you can give me an infection in my, you know what I'm saying? And I had never thought of that, man. And she was just like, what would possess you to do something like that? You know how like disgusting that is? And I'm like, man, I saw it in the corn video, so I thought I'd try it. And she was just like, first of all, that stuff ain't even as real as you think it is. Like, don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing like that to me no more. Like, she was really mad over that, bro. And I don't even blame her, man. But that just goes to show you that I was so heavily influenced by those videos, man. And you see them people do nasty. What I did to her wasn't nothing. I done seen guys in corn take their Johnson out of the back door and put it in a chick's mouth. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, okay, I'm finna try that, because I'm thinking that's how you supposed to have sex. So, and then I got another example with the same chick, my ex. So, man, I remember, like, man, we was getting it in one day. I think this was before we moved in together, though. This is when we was just like dating and messing around. So I remember one day, man, we was having intercourse, man, and I remember, like, I'm smashing her, right? And we was going for like almost an hour, bro. Like, I just was going and going, bro. And I remember, like, when we finished, she was telling me, like, you ain't gotta just beat me up like that. Like dang, like you beat me up like you in a corn video or something. And I had to tell her, like, man, don't women like that? She was like, I don't like that. Like, I don't like long sex like that. Like, I'm good with just a good 5 minutes. Like, why you think you supposed to, like, is that what you do? Like, you just have longs? But, I just thought, like, by me watching corn and seeing other people do it, I thought that's like what sex was. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I always was like that. Even before this ex I'm talking about, I was like that back when I was in high school. Like, I just thought that the sex I saw in corn was like everyday sex. Like, that was what sex was supposed to be, because I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me, bro. Like, I just thought that's what I had a real distorted idea what sex was, bro. Like, and you already know, like, what guys do in corn, like, when they're about to reach climax, they, squirt it out and everything, like, facials and all that type of stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you guys something, man. All women don't like that, bro. All women don't like that. I've done that to women who wasn't even expecting to do that. Like, we'll be getting it on and I just pull out and do what those guys do in those videos. And a lot of chicks don't like that, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I used to think that all women like that type of stuff. It's chicks that really don't like that, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Like, I done had a chick, like, curse me out before for doing stuff like that, bro. Like, everybody don't like all of that freaky sex stuff that you see in corn, bro. Like, everybody is not like that. You know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that, bro. Like stop letting these videos on those unholy websites with those people you don't even know fornicating. Stop letting that distort your idea of what sex is supposed to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Because just take it from me, bro. I done been through all of this stuff. The erectile dysfunction, the wasted time, all of that type of stuff, man. That stuff has a serious effect on you, man. It really does, man. It really screws up your brain, man. But I'm gonna go do a quick rundown of this list. Number one, erectile dysfunction. Number two, social anxiety. Number three, wasted time. Number four, performance anxiety. And number five, you will have a distorted idea of what sex really is. I don't want you guys to go through none of this stuff because I've been going through all of this stuff my entire life, man. Letting corn control my life and letting corn tell me how I'm supposed to sleep with my woman, or letting corn just basically screw me out of jobs because I can't get out of bed without watching that video and getting off first. Like, man, corn would destroy your life, bro. I'm telling you, that stuff really will. And the young brother that sent me that comment and said that he can't stop watching corn, man, I'm gonna pray for you, brother, man. But I want you to do better, man. Any of you other guys that's struggling with corn, man, I'm gonna pray for all of you guys, because that stuff is really gonna destroy your life, man. That stuff is gonna make you lose jobs. That stuff is gonna ruin relationships, man. It's gonna cause you to live a life thinking with your Johnson instead of thinking with your brain. You're gonna think with him. And what he's gonna do is lead you down a dark path, man. Because when you go through life making decisions with your private parts instead of with your brain, you find yourself in very dangerous situations. You find yourself in very toxic situations, man. You really do. But that's another video for another day. I hope you guys learned something from this video. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys, man. Thank you for tapping in with me. I just had to do this video to let that young brother know, hey, man, you're not in this alone. We all been there. We all struggled with corn before. You're not alone, man. We a brotherhood. We going to help each other, and we going to pray for each other. You know what I'm saying? But I want you to pray to God. I want you to have a relationship with God and ask God to help you fight that addiction that you have for pornography and for masturbation. Ask God to help you get over that addiction, man, because those temptations are real. And the more that you indulge in sexual immorality, bro, fornicating, masturbating, and watching those unholy videos, it will ruin your life. Please seek help. I don't even want to say, the only person you need to seek help from is God. Pray to God and ask God for the strength for you to fight that addiction, because corn is very addictive. It really is, man. That dopamine hit we get from watching corn and masturbating and reaching an orgasm, it is very addicting, and it is very poisonous. It will ruin your life, my brother, because it ruined my life. So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just saying stuff just to say it. Corn ruined my life. Corn is part of the reason why me and my ex are not together right now. Yeah, we both did some stuff to each other that we shouldn't have did. But you want to know something? My addiction to corn played a huge part in the stuff that I was doing in that relationship that I know I had no business doing. You know why? Because I was letting him make decisions for me instead of being a man and using my brain. Learn from my mistakes. I love you guys, man. Thanks for tapping in. Make sure you guys like the video, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Until the next time, shalom, my brothers. Take care.